What you doing?
Looking at ducks.
Oregon.
Birds.
You know what that means?
No,
It means you're not focused on Tar Heels.
they suck.
I always knew you were a closet Duke fan.
That's right. Go Cooper Flagg. Oh, shit. He got me.
You're listening to the Hill Brothers Podcast. Hello, Tar Heel Nation. Nathan and Alan here. We are your Hill Brothers, and welcome into the 13th episode of the Hill Brothers Podcast. I have my lovely co-host here, my brother, Alan. How are you, buddy? I caught you. I got you. And it's going out on the interwebs. It's going to be the first thing people hear.
Oh my God.
Starting up this episode this week. How you doing, buddy?
I should have said a bunch of explicit words before and after that name.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. I done got it. I knew it. I knew it was happening. I knew it was
Jesus.
it was a problem. And man, we got to deal with Cooper Flagg right here in a couple of days. Well, 24 hours when you guys are seeing this thing now.
Yikes.
Man, dude, this week is a whole lot different than last week. Number one, I went to saw the doctor, and I have been souped up with super steroids and nasal Flonase juice all up in my nostrils and tons of medicine. I have been hyped up on all kinds of drugs this past week to get over this little evidently pretty bad sinus infection. I've never had a sinus infection a day in my life. Made it 24 years, and now they evidently caught me a good one. I've been dealing with it since before Christmas time, dude. It's almost February, man. It'll be February tomorrow by the time this video comes out. So I feel
tomorrow's the 31st.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow, as in people are seeing this on Friday, sir. You got to talk in the future tense for the people. That way,
Yes.
the people feel included.
Tomorrow is the 31st, not February.
But when it comes out, when the video comes out, it will be on the 31st. So tomorrow would be the 1st. Future tense, Alan. Jeez. You were honor society in high school. What happened to that? Too far removed?
I'm old.
Yes, we are too. Last week was a pretty fun episode. We had AJ from THI on and had a really good conversation. If you guys did not see any of that, be sure, if you're on Spotify, go back to episode 12. YouTube, same thing. Go back to episode 12 and go check that thing out. It was really fun. We had a good time talking with him and looking forward to seeing what happens pretty soon. Speaking of which, I noticed today Autori Newkirk, the quarterback, that they got, the 3-star quarterback out of Virginia, is now ranked as a 4-star. He got the 4th star today. So there's some optimism there for Belichick and the staff. As a matter of fact, I believe it was either today or yesterday was the last day that Belichick could go on the road. After that, it has to be like in-house visits. I don't remember exactly the way it was.
One thing I forgot to ask AJ.
What's that?
Why has Caleb Koss just completely committed to football because he's not on the baseball roster?
Oh, he's not. I didn't know that. You know, as a matter of fact, we were talking on the phone the other day, and I was reading out the roster, and you're right. That is right. I didn't see his name.
I've noticed that for a while. Every time I think to talk about it, I forget to talk about it.
Huh. I didn't think about that. Well, as a matter of fact, on today's episode of the podcast, we are going to listen and react to Scott Forbes' interview at the ACC media day for baseball. We'll do that at the very end of this thing, but we got a little bit of stuff to talk about today, man. Do you just want to get the elephant out of the room?
Did you bring the circus peanuts?
Dude, Peanuts, daggum. I feel like we are a bunch of peanuts, and we're about to get we're about to get belt to butthole friggin' against Duke right here on Saturday, man. They just gonna spread pat 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 pat. It's just gonna be bad, dude. You realize this is coming, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Carolina opens up as of, I think they announced it just a little bit ago, that they open up as a 13.5-point underdog against
Uh-huh.
the Duke Blue Devils. I listened to Hubert Davis's pre-Duke press conference earlier today. I wasn't very. I mean, it started out nice in the general conversation that they were having, but once it started getting the interview time, it was not fun. Not a good time. It just, he doesn't look confident. He doesn't really have a reason to be confident, in my opinion. The entire team is just they're talented, but they have a lot of issues that they need to figure out. I saw a thing today. I don't know if you saw this or not, but over the last 4 years, Carolina in quad one games are 20-30.
No, that's better than I thought you was going to say because we're like 1-8, 1-9 right now.
So in 2021, this is the year they went to the Natty. They were 8-9, and then the following year they were 1-9. That's the year they missed the tournament. Then last year they were 10-4, and this year, currently, right now, they sit at 1-8.
According to ESPN Analytics, North Carolina has a 10.4 chance percent of winning.
Dang, I'm surprised they got to 10.
10.4. I'd be curious to know what that percentage was when Caleb Love and Armando retired Coach K. I wonder what that. I wish I'd remember what that percentage was to
I
see
would
if it's
say
relatively
probably a
close.
little bit higher. I don't know. That was in Cameron, but this one's in Cameron too. I don't know. That's a good question.
North Carolina's
I wonder if we can-
has won 3 of the last 4 in Cameron. That's the stupid part.
That is right.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man. Think about that. And the only one that they didn't win in Cameron was the one from the year they didn't go to the national championship, or no, national, but they didn't go to the national tournament. They didn't go to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah,
Because
2
that's
years
where
ago.
they got swept.
Mhm.
Hot dog. So I wonder if we can look that up. I'm gonna look this thing up right now. ESPN matchup predictor. This is gonna be hard to do. UNC versus Duke 2021.
Yeah, I think it was 21.
9187. Okay, here it is. Let's see if we can we find this thing live on the air? Maybe so. I'm gonna find out right now. Okay, here we go. Win probability. I don't believe I can find it. Like the pregame. Maybe if I looked up the. Here we go. Oh, wait, that's 2 days ago. Yeah, I don't think I can find it. That's unfortunate. Well, technically that would be 2022. Technically, I don't know why I put 21. There should be 22. Yeah, it's just showing me like after game stuff. Maybe we can find it at some different point in time. Maybe like somebody made a blog or something like that. That way we can see that. Well, we'll keep that in the books, and then we'll move on from there. But yeah, North Carolina is currently they entered a pretty tough stretch. AJ talked about it last week. They were at Pittsburgh. Thought they were going to win that game. Honestly, I really felt like they were going to end up getting that game. They come out good. Yeah, got up. What was it, 10-4, and seemed to have good control of the game. They out rebounded Pittsburgh by, what was it, by 10? I think it was by 10, if I remember correctly. And Carolina was doing some really good stuff, but
when North Carolina was up, let's see. At the start of the game, North Carolina was up. It was 71.1%. No, sorry. It's been fickle.
Fickle. Is that the game that you're talking about in Cameron? Indoor?
Yeah, and Cameron.
Yeah. But anyway, while you figure that out.
Not with 1 minute left in the game, the score is tied 2-2. Caleb Love had just turned it over on North Carolina's second possession. The win probability for Duke was 87.7%.
So about a 13%. So higher, just a little bit higher. 3 points
And
higher.
it was North Carolina was favored by 50.9% when the score was 63-61 UNC with 9 minutes and 21 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, it's a pick 'em. That's just a pick 'em.
And then North Carolina never fell below 50% from there on out.
Dang, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Anyway, but Carolina found themselves in a position where to be able to get a good win against Pittsburgh.
So basically, North Carolina is so bad this year that the absolutely atrocious year that North Carolina had going into Coach K's last game, they gave that team more of a chance to win than this year's team.
Well, Carolina may have been not the best team of that year, but kind of like what we were talking about, they were 8 of 9 in quad 1 that year. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that was the 8 and 9 year that they were in quad 1. Now they lost some games.
Well, a lot of those
lost.
games probably came from the tournament too. So
no, that's quad 1 just in the regular season. Yeah, that's just regular season quad 1s. But Carolina has. I don't know how to describe them. I have purposely not done videos on them because, I haven't watched much. Even from the beginning of the season, I haven't watched much. And I haven't watched just because, I one thing I can't stand, and I don't plan to watch this game. I don't plan to watch it because I already know what's going to happen. I can replace a storm door or go work on plastic up on her house or something. I'm not watching this game. I'm not doing it. I will not do it because I already know what's going to happen here. Now, here's the deal. The year that
I don't think you'll be doing anything at 9:00, 8:30.
Shoot, yeah. Heck yeah, bro. We always do stuff crazy around here. Anyway,
Oh no, that's a 6:30 game. 6:30 game.
Yeah, I thought it was 6:30 or 7. That's why I honestly thought it was on Friday. I thought it was the day of this video. But the way I have a feeling this game is going to go in a way that Carolina's going to come out and they're going to play with heart and passion, but it's going to end up being very similar to the 2 games against Duke in the year you didn't make the tournament. Right there at the end of the game, you had a 1-point lead and found a way to lose. That's how I feel like this game's going to go.
Yeah.
I really hope I'm wrong. Good God, I hope I'm wrong. But that's just kind of the way I feel about it. North Carolina's in a stretch, in my opinion, that Allen could I dare to say that they can't lose? I'm going ahead and penciling in a loss at Duke, but they can't lose the Pitt game or the Clemson game at this point.
No, that not if they want to make a tournament.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't know how many more quad 1 opportunities they're going to get.
They got four left.
4 currently as we speak.
Duke, Pitt, Clemson.
What about Wake Forest? Did they play them again? Will they still be a quad 1?
No, Wake Forest. We don't. Wake Forest was a one-off.
Oh, see, I remember. Oh, dang. Florida State. What about Florida State?
I don't think Florida State's ranked in the top 75.
I don't know. I checked out. Anyway, so I mean, Carolina's got to go win, and they've got another Duke game, so you'd hope to God you'd at least get one of them. Probably not, but you hope that you would. But you need to go win. Pittsburgh at Clemson, a Clemson team that continuously looks good. That Brownell's got them going, got them getting.
I mean, NC
down the
State
court.
did have Duke by 7 at the half. Monday
And
night.
Wake came back on Duke. I mean, Duke hasn't had the easiest slate over the last couple of games themselves. They haven't looked the best. They have still found a way to win, and good teams know how to do that. And considering Duke's build, they're a tall team. I think that really helps them a lot. But Cooper Flagg draws a lot of attention. He can get going. I have a feeling that Duke's going to come out here with a ton of attitude because they got swept last year. They're playing so good. They're going to want to, they smell blood in the water with Carolina, and it's just going to be a bloodbath. What say you, sire?
Well, I told Cam, I asked him if the line had came out yet, and he said no, not yet. And I said, well, if it's under 10, you better bet the over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's where I'm at with it. North Carolina, I mean, some years you got it, some years you ain't. And when it comes to this game, I'd say North Carolina's going to get blown out by 15, going to get beat by 15, but I mean, it's Duke UNC. You just never know, bro. You really don't.
That's why I feel like it'll be a game where it's a back and forth, nip and tuck game somehow, some way, and Carolina will find a way to lose it in the end.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
Because I mean, that year that the year that they did they got swept a couple of years ago when they didn't make the tournament. What was it? It was the same high ball screen.
Filipowski's first year.
Yeah, it was the same high ball screen to Jeremy Roach that ended the game.
Mm-hmm. Same play.
Same exact play both times. Ended the game. Boom, done. Out of there.
Hey, but North Carolina women are ranked 15th.
Yeah, go UNC women.
Currently playing California. Just tipped off.
Hey, is softball ranked this year? I was having a conversation with
I don't think so.
I wasn't sure because it didn't. I just saw.
I think last year they got a brand new coach.
Yeah, they haven't been the best,
but
they're.
But I think last year was probably one of their better years. But
yeah, I think that.
So, I mean,
maybe they're getting better, but going back to basketball, man, Jalen Washington is he's currently hurt. Do we know more about him? I know Hubert said that he was supposed to practice today, but he wasn't sure exactly how long. Do we know anything else from him?
Sprained knee. That's all I know.
Is that it? Have they haven't went into any more in-depth diagnosis?
Just a sprained knee. He said Jalen Washington said after the game. He said he was fine.
Because you're going to need Jalen Washington, James Brown. This is welcome to the big leagues, kid. I like James Brown. He's got a toughness about him that I really like. I'm curious to see how he does. Hopefully he'll be all right. I'm not too familiar. I mean, have they said that Malawatch, the guy who blew chunks on the daggum floor the other night, that guy, is he playing or is he meted up too like me? What's going on with him?
Man, I don't have a clue. I'm sure he will play.
I was about to say that dude yacked everywhere. I mean,
and then just laid down in it.
Did he? I didn't see that part.
Yeah, he laid down in it.
Dude, I saw him just stack up. He just like, oh. I mean,
then apparently a fan passed out in the crowd. And they carried her off in a bag.
Dude,
kid you not?
He got that toxic stuff, man.
Like,
Holy cow!
it was like this big bag, and people are like toting it and carrying her tail out of the arena.
What is there a video of this?
Yes,
Hold
there
on.
is of the girl getting carried out in
I'm
a
gonna find
what
this
looks like
video.
a
We're gonna watch
bag.
Duke. Yeah, we're gonna find this. Holy cow! I didn't know that. It was up on
Bro, whatever they had going against NC State in that building, it was some bad juju, son.
Yeah, no joke. Wait, how about this? Is this what this is? I want to say, I think I done found something here. What is this? Hold on a second. Oh, I think we got something here. Hold on, okay. Let's We're absolutely doing this.
Pull it up.
That is exactly what we are doing. Hold on a second. Is it not showing the? Is it not going to show the? Here we go. Where's the screen at?
I don't know.
There's supposed to be a screen. Oh, dang. There we go.
That's the Malamwalk Yakadak. Malam
Yeah. Yeah, media slot. Here we go. I completely forgot to add it to the screen. That's my fault. Whoopsie. I don't even think this thing even fits in my little box I've made it for it here.
Well, I don't see anything, so.
Yeah, I'm about to say you got to love that this stuff is happening all live. All right. We're just going to update, and it doesn't fit fully in the box, but it's going to be okay. Let's look at this thing. Here it goes.
This is one of the strangest 10-minute sequences I've ever seen in a college basketball game. The big man here for Duke, obviously very, very sick. You can see him trying to hold back, throwing up. He did it twice. He did it once at the top of the key and then right here on the baseline too. And then ESPN spent the next 10 minutes showing them cleaning up the puke. It was very interesting. I've never seen so much attention on cleaning up the floor before. But then immediately after this, I'm not going to show it. A young woman for Duke actually passed out. She was completely out cold. She had to be carried off the floor. I don't know what happened to her. If anybody can let me know if she's okay, that would be awesome. She didn't end up passing out until after everything was already cleaned up, though, so it's not clear if she was just reacting to what she saw on the floor. If she was sick herself, I don't really know. But once again, out of respect to her, I'm not going to show it. I mean, I legitimately don't know if she's okay or not. But yeah, here's a clip of them putting 300 towels on the puke to try to soak it all up because there was just so much. Definitely one of the stranger things I've seen, though. Just go to the Iowa State game. Nobody wants to see this. And then at the end of it here, the managers and the mascot are buffing the floor with the dried up puke. I mean, even the mascot here is using his cape to shine the floor. Very, very strange sequence. This is one of the strangest 10-minute sequences.
Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Dago, the Duke, he goes in there, shiny.
No, I didn't see all that, but
oh my god,
I did see that girl get carried off in a bag.
I would love to see if that. I'm gonna see if I could find the girl that they carried off. Duke favorite leaves fan unconscious. See, now this I want to see. Does it not show it? No, it doesn't show it. Then what the heck is that all that for? It doesn't show it. Dang it, that is hilarious. I would love to see that. Oh, that is awesome. But I didn't know that dude just sat after he blew his chunks out, he just started you know what?
Excited about the season.
Sit down now. I'm gonna relax, chill out, have myself a good old time. That is ridiculous. That okay. Well, I tell you. Well, we might end up having to play that guy. We might not. I don't know. I just got it. Did you send me a website? Did you send me something on Twitter?
Yeah.
Do I need to show this to the screen?
I'll let you watch it and be the dictator of that.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Is this a YouTube video or is this Twitter?
Twitter video.
Is this the full thing? Is this the part where she gets carried off? Because if that's the case, then I'm throwing it up on screen.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me throw this thing up on screen right here.
You might want to watch it first. I mean, geez.
Well, I mean, I can't really watch the whole thing while we're on. Wait a minute. I think I see a bag.
I don't know if they covered her with blankets to cover her face up.
No, they didn't. Hold on a minute. Oh wait, I gotta share this thing. How do I? Can I share? Can I share it via?
Wowzers. But yeah.
That is awesome, dude. Hold on a second. I'm gonna bookmark it. I've got Twitter pulled up right here. I just bookmarked it.
Crazy. Need to turn some air conditioning on in there or something.
Here we go.
I don't know.
bookmark.
But it was wild.
Ah, here we go. Hold on a second. Dude, you gotta love all this stuff on air, guys. Gotta absolutely love that. Okay, stop the screen. Present, share.
So
screen.
Malapuke goes everywhere.
Yeah.
And then this girl passes out.
Dude, this is awesome. Okay, hold on a second. Let's open up Twitter. Can we? Hold on a second.
Likely to be one of the students over there in the student section, obviously, and yeah, it looks like the young lady has passed out here.
Look at that. She gone. She's gone. Look at that.
Taking her away. Wow.
Watch. The Blue Devil gets down on his
Student section,
knees.
obviously, and
Wait a minute. This isn't like it's daggone. Look at her. She's gone.
Yeah,
And she's
it's
over
like-
here. Why is
young
she?
lady
She's over
has
here at the
passed out
daggone section. What is she doing?
I just think she got like passed out from the
They're
heat
taking
or
her
the
away.
smell. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Do you think it was really that bad?
likely to be
I don't
one
know. It
of the
looks like he
students over
threw
there.
up a couple gallons.
Gum, dude. That is ridiculous. I mean, Lord help her. I tell you, Bo. Holy cow. This has been an interesting episode of the podcast. Hope you guys have enjoyed this.
So who knows what'll happen at the Carolina game?
Yeah, I think she drunk too much. She had to have drunk too much. Heat got to her. I don't know. I mean, you do have a bunch of maybe some body odor. I don't know. We'll that girl was just having too much. It was too much for her that night. Holy cow, dude. That is
I mean, they're packed on top of each other, bro.
yeah, dude. I don't think that
Like,
would be a fun experience.
They like turn sideways.
Could you
So they
imagine
could
if
get-
somebody cut cheese in the middle of that thing?
Oh, dude, it's got to stink. I mean, everybody's in there's like, I mean, they're because it's notoriously hot in there already.
Yeah. Yeah, with considering how much the daggum, like how small it is, how many people get packed in there. And I mean, people are packed in there like sardines.
And then the student section, like, they turn them sideways to get more in.
Really?
Yeah, you never see anybody like standing like shoulder to shoulder. They're always like sideways.
Huh. You know what? Now that you said it does kind of make, they're kind of like sitting there angled a little bit.
Yeah, and they have to stand up the whole time.
Yeah, that they do.
They're all like
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, if I was there,
else.
I would be up the entire time too. I guess if it was me in that environment in that game, or just in general. I mean, I'd be at Duke, North Carolina. I would 100% be up the entire time. One of these days, we're gonna be able to go there. Yeah. One of these days, we're gonna be able to go to one of these games legitimately inside of the Dean Dome, and that is a thing. It's so if you guys hold on a second, I got an idea. If you guys want to help us out in getting to a Duke UNC game inside of the Dean Dome, not this year, 100% not this year. Maybe next year. Maybe we're a little bit better next year. We'll see. That's if Hubert isn't let go first. But
I don't know.
you can go and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can go over there, you can subscribe, watch all the videos as possible. You guys can hit the super chat. You can donate over there to us. Send us your thank you and your love. We absolutely appreciate it. Or you can also go out here and check out some of our other Tar Heel friends at Niecy's Pies and Sweet Treats. Our good buddy Tori Clyburn, who's actually been over here on the Hill Brothers before, is doing it on pies and sweet treats. He's starting to grow that inventory log pretty good over there at Nisi's Pies. Last time I checked, he's got, not only does he have pies, he has cakes and breads and things of that nature. I think he got the t-shirts all for himself. He might be in the t-shirt business now. We'll find out. I'll have to ask him pretty soon. But you guys can go over there and check it out. I always personally like the sweet potato pie. You get that thing over there. You get it. You get it shipped to you directly. There's been a couple of you that have had them shipped to you up there in the Chapel Hill area. We do know he sent us over there. Thank you for those that have ordered before. But you can take those pies and you can put them in the oven or with the lemon cream pie. I don't know what the heck you do with that thing, Alan. You can tell them. But you take the sweet potato
Refrigerate it.
You refrigerate it. Then you eat it. You do that in order. But you get the sweet potato pie. You get it out. You take a good whiff of it. Then you put it in the oven there. You put it in there for 10 minutes. But just 10 minutes. Just get a good, nice, good, warm, ooey and gooey. Then you take that thing out. You slice it up. And then you just cut it up and shove it right down your gullet. That thing is awesome. And you will love every single... What's the matter with you? You will love every single second of that sweet potato pie. And after you're done, you'll be licking the plate. Is anything you want to add?
Nah, you covered it.
Oh, okay. So you're going to be doing that. And you're going to be eating about 4 or 5 of these things. And you're going to have to go to the gym because your tits have gotten bigger. So be sure and go to Nisi's Pie. Yeah, look at that. They poke out real good right there. You got some. Is it cold in the house?
No, just got naturally pokey nips.
Yeah, you got some perky nips there. I've noticed I got that same issue. Like sometimes I'll be walking around and over here, daggum little machine guns just bing. I'm like, what is up with this, man? I don't get it, dude. So anyway, get your sweet pies and sweet treats, and get your sweetie pie a sweet treat, and go and hook up a Tar Heel with your money. That way he can, I don't know, buy his sweetie pie a sweet treat. I don't know, whatever Tori wants to do with his own money. Anyway, let's get to some baseball. There's not too much football to really talk about right now. Tons of recruiting going. 25. As a matter of fact, I saw a thing today. The UNC class of 2025 was a very small class originally. Maybe I can look this up real quick. UNC football 2025 recruiting class. Is there a new ranking? There was a new rankings list that came out today. But I might have to look at that. Anyway,
13th.
Oh, wait a minute. 13th. What?
Yeah, 13th.
What's 13th?
I think that was another baseball ranking. Ranking they got. So they have a 6, a 13, and a 19, I think.
Oh yeah. 6 is the regular one. The ACC coaches poll, they got ranked 3rd.
Yeah, they got picked to finish 3rd in the league.
Yeah, by the coaches poll.
I'm assuming behind Virginia and
Virginia and Florida State.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Florida State.
There you go.
But North Carolina has jumped from, they were in the 70s nationally ranked up to 60th. I think they were 78. Now they're in the top 75. They're at 60th with now the brand. There was 19 commits. Yeah, 19 commits. 18 transfers have been brought in there too. But 19 commits coming in for North Carolina, which is huge. This was actually a small class. I think this class only had 10 commits, maybe. Something like that, like 10 commits or something of that nature. Coming into, before there was Bill Belichick and Mac Brown was the head coach. They had only about 10. It was a small It was a small recruiting class because they were going to go heavy in the portal. Well, Belichick has added to the recruiting class and also destroyed the portal. I mean, just bringing in guys left, right, and center. The only guy that signed with Carolina as a recruit that has actually decommitted was Camden Lawden Slater.
Laudenschlager.
Schlager. There you go. You guys can keep up with all that stuff on our YouTube page. Go over to the community section.
Our
Also
Instagram
follow
page.
us on all the bottom things: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and also Spotify. Go follow us on all of those platforms right there and get into it because, boy, we definitely do a I am consistently on my phone every single second. If you see something before I see it, you send it to me. That way we can get graphics out for you guys. We want to give you guys the best information as
You know the
quickly
one we
as
missed?
possible. Say what now?
You know what? The one we missed?
Which one?
Kenan Stadium going natural. All natural.
Oh no, I posted that one. I posted
Oh,
that
I
one.
didn't see it.
Yeah, I just posted on YouTube community page. I just screenshotted
No.
the
That's why I
article.
didn't see it.
Yeah, and just posted it up there. But yeah, Kenan Stadium's going back natural. What do you think about that, dude?
Maybe less non-cat. maybe less non-contact knee injuries.
And foot injuries.
Mhm.
Kobe Paysor. Talking about you, buddy. Yeah, hopefully so. I'll be curious to see exactly how that goes, man. Don't get me wrong. I love the look of Kenan Stadium. It's beautiful. That field is gorgeous, man. But I sit there and I think about it. I'm a LA Rams fan. They have natural grass, and they always get it painted
And
up real nice.
SoFi Stadium's natural.
Yep, it is.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. And since that's the case, they always make their field look good. Maybe.
Oh no, the field will look pristine. It'll give you some different options for the end zone paint colors and
Yeah.
for like special games and such.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how it does, man. But I'll be looking forward to it. I'll be looking forward. It's be the first time that I will have been to Kenan Stadium and it be natural grass because I never went before 2021, and they had already.
I've been there when it had natural grass and hedges.
Yeah, I remember somebody said something about that today. Like, I wonder if they'll bring back the hedges at some point in time too. I don't know. All I know is that Bill Belichick's making a big change when he's coming back to Carolina. He's getting it back to natural grass, bringing in some guys.
We know when they do those big time soccer games, they change it to natural grass.
Yeah, they do because what was it? Who came in last year?
Is it Chelsea?
Chelsea, that's it. Chelsea, they came in. Them and someone else, I can't remember exactly who. They came in and they played, and it was natural. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be good. I think it's something that the players wanted. Everything that went down, or the turf looks good and all, but a lot of people have talked about how turf is great, but it's not natural grass. Something about natural grass. And North Carolina has typically had some issues at time playing on the road in natural grass stadiums. They've had issues. Big time issues with that. And I think that's good for them to get out there, get dirty, down and dirty, get the grass in the helmets and everything else. And also another thing, we got 4 weeks, and then you've got the game against Clemson coming to town, where you got a bye week, then Clemson, then a bye week. Clemson also has a bye week the same week that we do before that game. So I'm thinking both teams get 4 straight weeks, then a bye, then they get in to that game. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be a very fun game. But you think you over there holding it back?
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, let's get into some baseball, man. You ready to get into some baseball? Today was ACC Media Day, quote unquote. for
Batter
baseball.
up.
And we are going to listen to Scott Forbes' interview from today. Inside Carolina did it. Now, one thing I have already noticed about this thing, I don't like this. Inside Carolina, they get on my nerves a little bit with this thing. And why they do it, I have no idea. I mean, the company, they've got the money to be able to get this stuff fixed. But that, or they can hire better audio guys. But for some reason, their audio will only come out of the left ear. So if you guys are listening to this with headphones on, you're more than likely only going to be able to hear the audio from the interview in your left ear. I can't stand that that's the case. I don't know why in the world nobody has gotten that fixed over there. That's typically, honestly, why I use only Tar Heel Illustrated, is because, like, with these interviews, because, hey, they actually have audio in both ears. I don't know how that keeps happening, but since THI doesn't cover baseball and only Inside Carolina does, we got to use what we got to use. So, are you ready, good sir?
Ready.
All right, let's pop this thing full screen. And boom.
Excited about the season. It's getting on us quick. We've been really lucky.
I heard in both ears.
Then last weekend we were able to scrimmage.
Really?
Team practice started on Friday. We were able to do quite a bit before that. And our guys have done a really good job.
By the way, if there's anything you wanted to like add in really quickly, just let me know and I'll pause it.
Dealing with the cold weather.
Pause it.
But thankfully the weather warmed up enough for us to scrimmage Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and this week has been awesome. We've had great weather. Our guys are in terrific shape. They worked over Christmas break. The window's really short when they get back, which is something that we hopefully are getting close to addressing in college baseball. It looks like where we can start our team practice earlier. But with that being said, we couldn't be more excited. The season's right around the corner. My job now is just to we've got an older team for the most part, is to keep them focused on today and not let them count too many days ahead.
Feels like you've lost a lot of talent, but it also feels like you've really reloaded with all the transfers. Would you say reloading is accurate?
You know, you'd like to use that word. I don't think we'll know how much we reloaded until the season gets going.
And I think that's been a big key talking point. Like me and you even talked about how, like, yes, they've lost a lot, but they've regained a lot as well through like the portal and bringing in from the recruiting ranks and everything. And you know, Carolina is going to be a much different team than what they've been even the last couple of years, but especially from last year. But there is some experience. There is some guys that can, come in and as a group collectively maybe replicate some success from last year.
I wouldn't count on it.
Huh?
Not to the degree that we saw last year, no.
Well, we'll see.
Our schedule is incredibly difficult. I'm sure all of you have broke it down pretty good. And, Texas Tech's rolling in here right out of the gate. One of the best programs in the country over the last 5 to 10 years. But, yeah, we're happy with the guys that we have brought in. But, again, Parks Harbor's in there hitting in the cages. Casey Cook's in there hitting in the cages.
Wait a minute.
Vance has been in town. Dalton Pence is.
Did he say Parks Harbor?
Yeah. They're in there like they're just using the facility.
Oh. Well, isn't Casey Cook on the team?
No.
Huh.
Training here. So I'm also realistic. You don't necessarily replace those type of guys right away. We'll have a different type of team. I don't think we're going to hit 100 and however many, 15, thank you, home runs. We may. That would be a pleasant surprise. But, we lost some really, really good players and some really great leaders. But I do feel confident that we have some players that can step in and give us a chance to compete nationally.
Scott, the last few seasons you guys have opened with teams like Seton Hall and Wagner here at Bosch, and no disrespect to them, but Texas Tech is a bit of a step up in terms of competition. Why did you feel it was important to bring them in, a power conference team, to open this season?
You said that, not me, about a step up in competition. Baseball is a funny game. That guy on the mound can neutralize you quick. But Texas Tech, obviously, you said it right from the standpoint of they have been really good. Technically, they were down last year nationally, but they really weren't. It's just a game here or there. The line's so fine. But I know Coach Tadlock, J. Bob and I, one of their assistants, go way back, and we just kind of worked it out. We had lost an opponent. They had lost an opponent. And we were talking about it in person somewhere on the road recruiting. And I told them we had it open, and they looked into it. The next thing you know, we had it set up. So I'm just excited about it. I mean, anytime you can get a team like that, usually it ends up being a home and home. We couldn't make that work because our schedule was already done in advance for the most part in 2026. So they were gracious enough to make it work on their end. And Tim likes to go on the road and play tough teams. So we're excited about it for sure.
Scott, what's the challenge?
Do we know exactly like how long in advance you have to schedule out?
No, I'm not sure, but I mean, I know. I think honestly, I don't even know if Mac Brown's schedule, we're just now getting into Mac Brown's scheduled opponents.
Yeah. 2025 schedule. See, college football team schedule, or this is football teams. This is just football, not baseball. But it says college football team has scheduled their games months in advance. But we know that's not the case.
No, it's 5 years. 5 years out, I think.
Yeah, because Mac Brown couldn't stand the App State series.
They're out of conference series.
Yeah, and even like the UCF game, UCF and TCU, both of them. UCF when it was scheduled, they were 2017 when they claimed that national championship in 2017. They were a good ball club. TCU, a good ball club. We talked about that. Last week with AJ, where he mentioned that. So I don't know, just kind of a thought of mine.
Like I think
keeping a program at your level.
I was just on the schedule. I'm pretty sure North Carolina is scheduled to play in South Carolina in the 27 season.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's 2 this season, next season, then that following season. So 3 seasons from now, North Carolina is slated to play in Columbia.
At this day and age with NIL and all the transfers, what's it like keeping a program at the level you guys have sustained?
Yeah, that's the biggest challenge. And it's the Dean Smith way is what I've always said. I've had the most respect for any sports program that has been consistent. And when I mean consistent is they're always in the mix to be in the postseason and hopefully always in the mix to compete nationally. And honestly, what it takes is just a ton of hard work. You have to have a great staff that is willing to recruit, to beat others through hard work in the recruiting world. And then you have to believe that when you get here, you have some development. The guys believe in the culture. They believe in the standards. You have to hope that your retention rate is good in today's age, especially with the guys that are in here playing every day. And then maybe some guys that may not play every day that would play every day somewhere else their freshman year, but they love it here. They stick with it here, and they find a way to help us win. So I would say that those things mostly.
Coach, how important is it to get a taste of Omaha for the guys that were coming back this year?
Oh, I mean, I saw it in 2006, not saying we're going to go 4 years in a row, but that's a powerful thing because you get there and you know what it's like, and everybody in that locker room that was there wants to go back badly, and then they can tell all the new guys, hey, here's what it takes so to get there, because they've also been on, not all of them, but a lot of them have been on teams that have not made it to the College World Series. So it's very important.
Coach, I know you still have things to figure out, but so far through what you've seen, I mean, what do you like about this year's team? What do you think the strength of this year's squad is?
I like a lot about our team. The number one thing I like the most is I think we have some toughness. I think we have some guys that'll fight you, not bench clearing brawl type, but like they're hard-nosed, blue-collar players. I think the strength of our team is going to be pitching and up the middle, behind the plate, middle infield, and center field. I feel like the pitching depth will be the biggest strength, and it's a fierce battle to get into that mix on this pitching staff to pitch significant innings, which is a good thing.
And that's something, you both have talked about how, last year's strength was definitely pitching, and also, you had a guy like Vance Honeycutt as well. But for Carolina to beef up the bullpen even more is going to be even more vital this year, especially early on when this team's trying to find their stride and find their batting lineup and everything.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing.
What's that?
Coach Forbes looks like he's been lifting some weights over the winter too, son.
Oh, I bet so. I bet he has.
Coach Forbes looking stacked. Watch him when he flexes them guns.
Yeah. I did getting it, Bo. He don't mind. And I did look. It is years in advance.
Got them boulder shoulders.
Normally, you narrow down your pitching staff to 8 to 10 arms. Do you think this year, with all the depth you have, you can go more to the 10 to 14 range?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I do. It all depends on, how your starters end up pitching and how deep they go into games. But talent is talent and ability is ability. But still, it's hard, as the season gets going, no matter how the deeper staffs we've had, it still ends up being 8 to 10 get the bulk. But I think where that depth comes in is you don't have to wear those 8 to 10 out. You can give them a day and win a game with those.
I need to get
I hate to even say 10 through 15 because I feel like, if we're putting you in there, we believe in you.
Have you made a decision on an opening day starter with guys like Folger and Jake and Jason all being here helping?
If I had to make a decision today, it would be DeCaro. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's throwing 4 pitches. Other guys want to pitch on Friday. Jake Knapp, I go by what I see. And yesterday was his first outing, which was exciting for everybody. But he checked the box in my eyes of looking like a Friday night starter. Now we have to get his pitch count up. We have to see how he feels today, how he recovers. So I like guys nipping on that Friday night, those heels. But if I had to say today, it would be Jason. But I'm not deciding today.
How would you
Thoughts on Jason DeCaro potentially getting the start?
He was good last year. And it's like Coach just said. Jason, he's got 4 pitches. He's stronger. He's older. But
got more experience too in game.
But Knapp, he was a stud before he got injured.
With Folger coming back and him getting he'll obviously be getting some more reps in. Considering how good he started off last year until the South Carolina game where he got hurt. Do you think that could change where Folger ends up taking that spot?
What spot?
That starting pitching spot. Like
the Friday night starter?
Your Friday night starter, yeah.
No. That'll be between Knapp and DeCaro.
seeing Jason kind
Folger
of
to me
grow
would be
and
the
change?
Sunday starter.
I could see that. Yeah.
And that's one hell of a 3-day lineup.
Yeah. And I think Matty Mateus is probably going to end up being your closer. I could see
Yeah,
it.
could be. We'll see.
I think he might end up playing the role of Pence from last year.
And then in the second season, what have you seen from him in the offseason?
Yeah, just bigger and stronger, number one. Physically. So that comes through hard work and discipline. You're not going to get bigger and stronger. Some guys stay where they are, and some guys push themselves, and we talk about it all the time. That talent will wear off if you're not a consistent hard worker, but hard work will pass that talent. So Jason does work, but he's also more mature with his routine. He's more mature with everything. And he got a lot of big game experience. He failed a little bit. He had to come back on short rest. But at the end of the day, he led our team in innings pitched. He was a big game pitcher. But I would say overall, just top to bottom, academics, leadership, he's matured tremendously.
Just talking about Jake's day back on the mound yesterday, what did you see from him? What was that day like? Just what did it mean to you to see him back out there?
I mean, it's something about getting a little bit older. You get a little bit more emotional. So I try not to get emotional because I by nature, I'm not that emotional. But just watching Jake yesterday, it was hard not to, and talking to the team after, because everybody has injuries. But here's a kid that came to North Carolina from Walter State that could have signed professionally, came back after 2023 that could have signed professionally. And he came back for the right reasons. He wanted to try to help this team get to Omaha. He believed in Coach Gaines. He believed in Coach Howell. He believed in our program. He thought another year here, too, would make him better and be more ready for professional baseball. And then to see him go down in the preseason as our Friday night starter, that was difficult. And then to have another decision to make at the end of this season for me and him to sit down and look at the draft and look at the opportunities through free agency, and for him to decide that he felt like he wanted to come back for the right reasons. He wanted to try to pitch in Omaha because he's already been to Omaha, but he wants to pitch in Omaha. And he also felt like his rehab, his recovery through Tommy John would be better here, which is, a huge tribute to Coach Al, Coach Gaines, and Terry Joe and our training staff. So it was really, for me, a cool day because that's why you coach, to see things like that, especially for kids like him that come back for the right reason and, to go out there and watch them warming up 92, 93 and to hit 95. That's pretty cool.
So it sounds like Jake won't be ready maybe at the start of the season. So who would you think the Saturday, Sunday starters will be in the opening series?
Well, he'll be ready. He threw 25 pitches yesterday, so he'll be ready to throw 25 pitches based on what I saw, and he'll be ready to throw 10 at least at 95. So he'll be ready to pitch. It's just a matter of what role we put him in. Jake's a big guy. He's a horse. We'll just see where he is, and I see it being one of those announce the weekend rotation potentially the week of that first game and not even be concerned about announcing the midweeks. We're going to go into Texas Tech and treat it like we don't even have midweek games. That's just what we decided to do when we're trying to figure out roles. So he'll definitely be on a pitch count, but I could still see him being able to start. He just won't be able to go as many pitches as someone like DeCaro.
It's got three triangle teams in the top 15. You got Campbell.
Give me, because you obviously know Carolina baseball a whole lot more than I do. So give me the rundown on Knapp. How long has he been with Carolina?
3 seasons, I believe. The first season, he was a high leverage bullpen pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Went to last season, really improved his stuff, was going to be the starter for a Friday night starter, got injured. Then he comes back this season. So he had 3 seasons.
Tommy John surgery? That's not fun.
I mean, Tommy John's pretty common these days, it seems like.
Yeah,
because the world of baseball is so competitive from 10 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, I
didn't know that until your stepson Carson, seeing him from all those years ago, You know what? He's
I mean,
13 now.
you got 7 and 8-year-olds that I think can throw up to 50 pitches a game.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a lot of pitches on a young arm, and then the amount of those pitches just continue to rise with age, plus
Yeah.
the velocity and the force that's exerted. So I mean, when you get to college, I mean, you've pitchers have thrown so many balls, so many pitches just between games, practice. It's a lot. So Tommy John is just honestly becoming one of them things. And medical technology is so advanced now. Yeah, it takes about a season to recover, an entire year to recover from the point that it happened.
Right.
But once you come back, it's you're almost close to 100% of what you was before you went down.
Yeah, it's crazy. Modern medicine has got. I mean, we've saw people in recent memory come back from ACL tears and Achilles tears and things of that nature, and being able to some of these injuries that we all thought were career-ending injuries. Tommy John used to be looked at as like, you got Tommy John, then your pitching career could be over. Achilles tears, ACL tears, and don't get me wrong, those things still aren't great. You don't want those kinds of things, and they are hard to come back from. But modern medicine's made it a whole lot easier for people to come back from. Did they ever actually fully diagnose Folger Boas?
He had his Tommy John stabilized.
Okay, so it wasn't tearing.
They didn't have to reconstruct it. They just stabilized it.
Yeah, that might be good. I don't really know what would be better off, if you're better off if it just tearing and restructuring it, or the stabilized. I don't know. I would assume maybe a stabilized would be. I'm sure you don't want anything to tear or pop or anything. Right?
Yeah, I'm not. I would assume. I would assume so.
Yeah, but we'll end it right there with Coach. He continues going on. It's about a 30-minute long video. I'd say definitely go through it and check that thing out. And for sure, baseball season starts up right here in what?
15 days. Can't patch
so,
an amount of days. Well, 14 days.
Yeah, about 2 weeks away now from Texas Tech rolling into the Bosch and
Tomorrow
Carolina
will be 2
playing.
weeks.
Yeah, tomorrow will be 2 weeks. Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah.
Oh, today.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Technically, yeah. We're recording this on Thursday, so we're just gonna say that. But, dude, that is awesome. Looking forward to getting to the Bosch this year. Haven't been to the Bosch since the spring game for the football team almost 2 seasons ago now. So looking forward to seeing the baseball team play this year. Would like to be there. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it there, but I would like to be there for the opening series against Texas Tech. I know I won't make it. East Carolina, that game is like two opponents afterwards. They get ECU in that series. And we always know how interesting that series is, and it won't be too much longer. ACC play in baseballs, it's gonna be hard, man. ACC's got a ton of teams up there, in the top 25 opening up: Clemson, Duke, State, Wake, Virginia, a top tier team. I feel like I'm missing one. Am I missing one? There's another one somewhere. Because you got Wake, Carolina, Florida State, Clemson. I just named
Virginia. State's pretty good.
Duke's up there.
I think so.
Yeah. Duke's in the top 25, top 15. Yeah. Because like Virginia, Wake, North Carolina, Clemson, Duke, and State, I think, are all in the top 15. if I'm not mistaken. Florida State, too. Or top 25. Top 25 or top 15. I can't remember exactly which one it is. But they're all up there. And that's going to be awesome, man. I'm looking forward to baseball season getting here. Hopefully it'll end up being pretty good. Take our minds away from this lovely basketball season that we've had. I really would like to see North Carolina get the win against Duke on Saturday. I just highly doubt it's going to happen. So if you guys are enjoying, I don't even know it because we haven't covered basketball and it's been kind of, for me, it's been on purpose. I'm just going to say it's been on purpose because I haven't cared. I would much rather cover the recruiting of football right now, but I'm sure there'll be a little something coming out of basketball pretty soon as well. Alan, you got anything before we get out of here?
No, I was just looking to see if I could find the top 25.
Got you. Yeah, we are. I know it was kind of a relaxed podcast tonight. We just kind of chit-chatting, shooting the breeze, watching Duke players, yak all over the court and listen to Coach Forbes. And, sometimes we like to do that, man. Like to hang out, chill out, sometimes do a interview with a guest or something like that. I've got a couple ideas for some guests that we could potentially have. Need to reach out to them and say what's up. Let's see if they'd be willing to come on. And I'm looking forward to it. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to it. Did you find that list?
No, their D1 baseball is awful. Is awful active on the Twitter, on the X spaces.
I just do top 25. Here we go. And the top 25. Here we go. Oh, that's perfect game. I need D1 baseball. D1 baseball. Oh, wait. Here we go.
Texas A&M, Virginia, LSU, Tennessee, Arkansas, North Carolina, Oregon State, Georgia, Florida State at 9, Duke at 11, NC State at 13, Wake Forest at 14, Clemson at 15.
So who's all ECC in the top 15?
Virginia 2, North Carolina 6, Florida State 9, Duke 11, State 13, Wake 14, Clemson 15.
That's 6 of them. It's pretty good. It's pretty dang good right there, man. That is pretty dang good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 SEC teams.
And don't they have like Oregon State in there too eventually at some point in time?
Oregon State's at 7.
There you go. Man. Well, let's get out of here, man. Let's get out of here and enjoy our night.
SEC teams.
It's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
And Oregon's supposed to be good this year.
Oregon is 12th.
I didn't know that. I didn't know anything about Oregon. I guess if they can't win it in football, maybe they can just try and go for it, baseball or something. Whatever. More power to the kids. Anyway, let's get out of here, man. Hopefully you all have had a good time hanging out with us tonight. It's been a kind of a relaxed night. It's been a good night. And hopefully you guys are having a great day. We'll do this again next week. Keep it locked to the Hill Brothers YouTube page. Check out the community page. There's always brand new recruiting news that's going on right there. Like a 5-star lacrosse commit that had been committed to lacrosse for a while. The UNC's lacrosse team has now committed to the football team. We know Bill Belichick loves his lacrosse players, and this one happens to be a pretty doggone good quarterback. And he's going to be coming in with the football team and looking to see, what he does if he ends up being a quarterback for North Carolina or, some type of different, he's an athlete. He's an athlete / quarterback. So, we'll see exactly what happens there. And I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. Anyway, Alan, let's go. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Be sure and if you're on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Check out all the other Hill Brother YouTube videos.
Subscribe.
Be sure and check out all our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and also Spotify as well. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. And as always, go Heels.
Go Heels.